FM with Steve and Shaz in the morning and Classic Hits all day. We're with Steve Chao this morning. He's an investigative journalist from Al-Jazeera, and he's had so many years of experience as an investigative journalist. So we're just sort of tapping into his knowledge of life, doing something so dangerous, and especially for something like this, which is the firefights in Afghanistan. 60 hours.
This battle was,
of this battle, yeah.
At what point did you know that this battle was actually over?
Well, you know, it was intense for 60 hours. Oftentimes we'd grab a power nap in some graveyard and then get shot at again, and the troops would be returning fire. We knew it was over when we walked into one compound. I remember that compound was the command and control center of the Taliban in that community. When we walked in, we saw RPGs lying on the ground. We saw shoes covered in blood. And we knew then that at that point things were over. The Taliban had fled at that point. A number of them had been killed. And once we got into that command and control center, which was the target, we knew it was over.
Did you feel relief at this point, or were you sad that you didn't get more of a story?
Well, you know, relieved for sure, because it was so intense, you know, and we saw a number of Canadian soldiers killed in the clearing operations that followed afterwards as well. We also knew that this was not the end. Following this battle, there were several more in the coming weeks, you know, where a lot of Canadian soldiers were killed and a lot of journalists were with them throughout those battles. One of the commanders at the time said, "Do not, you know, stand down. Battling the Taliban is like punching flies. They'll go away, but they'll come back again." And sure enough, we saw that even to this day. The Taliban are still mounting a huge presence in Afghanistan, challenging authorities, challenging a foreign presence. And the question is, ultimately, will there be peace there?
I'm sure you've made a lot of good friends and friendships there, and to see a number of your, you know, fellow comrades fall. What was that like for you?
It is difficult. As an embedded journalist, you really never are part of the troops, you know. But saying that, a lot of them do become friends, and I still stay in touch with a lot of them back in Canada. And you know, we still remember a lot of the guys who did fall, you know, and it could be anyone. Someone stepping on an IED, you know, someone attacked, ambushed, and then their lives are over. And I've spent some time also talking with some of their families, young wives with children that, you know, no longer have a father. And it is really difficult, and you get emotionally involved. And that perhaps is tougher than being in the battle itself.